Hello everyone, I'm Zero. In this video, I will show you how to build a pumpkin farm, and it also works for melons. To build this farm, you will need these resources here. So take a minute to pause the video and gather these resources. Your farm is going to take up this much space, so 9 by 9 square here. And then 6 blocks over here with 2 blocks there. So if you need to clear out any space, do that now with this shape. Alright, let's get started. So first we are going to build this 9 by 9 square. I'm going to go up by 2 blocks, so I'll have 2 blocks between the ground and the 9 by 9 platform, and that is to make it so that it's easier to work on the farm, other parts of the farm. So build a 9 by 9 square here and all the way around, and then fill that in. So now it should look something like this. Alright, from here, place 2 blocks on this corner here. Then place a temporary block and another block, and break that temporary block. So it should be 2 blocks, a gap, and then another block. And then on the opposite corner, like this, place a temporary block and then a block, and then break the temporary block. And it should look like this. So this block should be out, should be out there, and then over here these blocks should be right there. Alright, now let's do the rails. So start with your powered rails, go over to this part, place one right there, and then another 2 there. Then go down here, and when you're 2 blocks away from this end, place another powered rail, and then 2 normal rails like that. Then place another powered rail and kind of wrap it around like this, and then when you're 2 blocks away from this end, place another powered rail and place 2 normal rails and then another powered rail, and keep doing this until you're almost at that end. So reach that end, and then I will continue to explain what you need to do. So once you reach this end, you will have a powered rail and then a normal rail and then the block. Just switch these 2 around. So place the powered rail there and then the normal rail. So this powered rail should be in the same line as all of these loops, and once again this should be on the opposite side from this. So next we're gonna place in the levers that power the rails. So this is why I built it 2 blocks above the ground, so that it would be easier to place in the levers. So start by going 1 block away from the edge here and place levers under each block, and these should power all the rails here, just like that. And then do the same thing on this side. And once you reach the end, for the last one, go to this corner and place a lever there to power that rail. Next, we're gonna place in the dirt. So place dirt on each one of these rails, except for that one, in a square like this, and fill it in. Once you have this dirt square, go to the very center, which should be 4 blocks away from each end, and get a slab and place it down on that rail there, and it should place on the bottom half of these blocks here. And then fill it with water, so waterlog it, and the water should not flow onto the rails. If it does, then you may have done something wrong and you might want to go back and see if you mess something up. Next, get a light block of any kind. I'm using a sea lantern, but you can use a glowstone block or what's the shroom light, or even a redstone block, or not a redstone block, a redstone lamp. But I'm using a sea lantern. So place that down in the center on top of the water, and then get a hoe and till the grass or the dirt around this light block, and then do the same thing in a grid pattern all on this dirt square, and it should, in theory, all of these should become darker like that because of the water. For this next step, you must make a very important decision. You will need to either choose pumpkin seeds or watermelon seeds. For this example, I am using pumpkin seeds, but it is your choice. So basically, plant the seeds on each piece of farmland like this. Once all of your seeds are planted, get some observers, stand on top of this block here, and place the observers on the seeds. So as you can see, the seeds have a little tiny hitbox. So click on the top of that with your observer, and the observer should be facing downwards. So this red dot here should be facing up, and the arrow should be facing up. Once all of your observers are placed in place, then go over to a corner, place a trapdoor like that, open it, walk up to it, and then close it. And you should now be like this, kind of crawling. So you can break the trapdoor and go between these two blocks here and place in your pistons facing downwards like this, and do this all the way around. And if you go under a block, like if you go under air, then you will stand up and you'll have to do the trapdoor trick again. So just make sure you always have a block above your head, or else you will stand up and have to get back down here. Alright, now that all your pistons are in place, it should look like this. So place redstone dust on every block on top of this farm except for this light, unless you want to, but that's completely up to you. Now keep in mind that every time one of these stalks grows, the pistons will get activated. So if you just see that happening and you're not getting any melons or pumpkins, then that means the stalks are still growing, and you will have to wait a few more minutes to start actually getting pumpkins or melons. Now get out your glass and place it against the side, not like that. You see the side of this stalk here? Place it there. Oh, it looks like it's gonna start raining. Here, let me let it clear. Place a glass block there, and then go around here, and you can put those corners in if you want, but that's not necessary. So just go all the way around to hold in all of the drops, all the pumpkins and melons, so that they don't go flying out of the side. Fun fact, or I guess it's not very fun, if melons or pumpkins kind of they fly out of the side of the farm, if you don't have this glass around it, like a zombie could pick them up, and then the zombie would not despawn. I've had that happen to me. I've just encountered loads of zombies holding pumpkins and melons. It's kind of scary. Alright, lastly, we're going to build the collection system. So, over here, you will see that there is a gap there where there's no rail. Place a normal rail there, and then get your chests out and place a chest against that rail. And then place another chest on the side of that chest to make a double chest. Then get your hopper out and make it pointing in towards the chest here, the double chest. And then get another powered rail and place it on top of the hopper. Then get a redstone comparator and make it taking the output from the hopper, and it will go into this block here. So it should look like that. Then get a redstone torch and place it on the side of that block. Then get another block and place it on top of that redstone torch. And then get another block and place it on top of that comparator. And finally, place a redstone repeater coming from this block to this block and leave it at 1 tick. Then we're going to place in the hopper minecart, and now we are done. So that's about it for this video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like it, then give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment in the comments below. See ya.